Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Today is Monday, March 11th and I am 1/3 into Shadows of Self, which is the 5th book in the Mistborn series, the second one in the era 2 of the Mistborn series, and I'm also 70-ish% into As Good as Dead, which is the third and final book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And I would love to finish As Good as Dead tonight, and this one I would love to finish tomorrow. Don't know how realistic that is though, because I read so much last week and I'm really glad I did, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to read that much this week. I don't think I'm gonna be reading much at all because I have classes. I also have a presentation on our group meeting. So I need to prepare for that. I have done the PowerPoint. I finished it today, but I need to actually, practice what I'm gonna say, and I need to study a little bit more about that whole thing. And yeah, I have classes after work, so I will, hopefully they will finish at 7 and not at 8 p.m. Tomorrow is supposedly, it's supposed to finish at 8 because it says that it's 3 hours. But also, in the schedule, it says that it's 3 hours, but my professor actually said that since it's the first day, it's probably not gonna be 3 hours. So fingers crossed, it is not 3 hours. And then I have classes again on Wednesday and Friday. And in the schedule, it says that both of those are 2 hours. The classes will be with basically people I work with, these classes specifically will be with people I work with. So I'm actually excited for that and really interested to see how that's gonna go. And yeah, why am I still holding this book? I'm not even talking about it. But yeah, those are the things I need to do this week. But like I was saying, I would love to finish Shadows of Self tomorrow, if not on Wednesday, at most on Wednesday, because I would love to film the video for it on, film and edit and do the whole thing on Thursday, because on Thursday I don't have classes. So I get home at my normal time, so I would have time to film unlike the other days of the week. So yeah, I would love to finish it, like I said, either tomorrow or on Wednesday. And after that, I wanna, keep going with the series, start the next book, which is called, I'm not gonna look, do I know? The Bends of Morning. I think that's what it's called. Whether that's what it's called or not, I'm gonna start the next book in the series. And apart from that, I don't know. And I also don't know if I'm gonna have time to read anything apart from that. Anyway, that is everything that I had to say, I think. And welcome to the vlog. Hello, it is Thursday and this is the first day this week that I'm having time to even breathe. And well, I finished 2 books, the 2 books that I was in the middle of already, I think at the beginning of the week. And I don't know how far exactly I was into As Good as Dead, but I think I was 70-ish% in, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I finished that, and that was the 3rd book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which is a YA mystery thriller. And in the first 2 books, the main character, who's called Pip, she had solved some mysteries, she had investigated, and we were following her investigation and everything. And in this one, she's pretty traumatized after something that happened at the end of book 2, and she's not doing well. And then at the same time, she finds out that she has a stalker. And so she's trying to deal with that and figure that out because no one, I mean, not no one, like her friends and her boyfriend are helping, but like the police is not helping because they don't really believe that she actually has a stalker. So she is, again, investigating on her own, and at the same time she's investigating like a serial killer. And like we have a big reveal at the middle of the book, and I didn't love it just because I thought it was very obvious like who the person was gonna be. So I didn't absolutely love that. And the second half of the book definitely took a turn. It was not what I was expecting, but I enjoyed it. Like I was definitely, you know, thrilled. I was on the edge of my seat. I was nervous. I was excited. I was freaking out. So, I mean, that's what you want to feel when you read a thriller, or at least that's what I want to feel when I read a thriller. So I was definitely, you know, feeling all of the things that I wanted to feel, but I still didn't love that reveal. Still really enjoyed it, still had a great time, but it wasn't, you know, perfect. So I gave that one 4 stars. And then I finished this, Shadows of Stealth, and this is the second book in the Era 2 of the Mistborn series, the 5th book overall in the series. And we are following 2 detectives, Wax and Wayne, and a couple more people. And this is a fantasy series, and this world, the magic is connected to metals. And in this book, like at the beginning, there is an auction and everyone is killed at that auction. And then they find out that all the people who were there were like the most infamous criminals of that city. And so they're trying to figure out, you know, who's responsible for having them killed and like, you know, what is happening. And we, like in this book, we have some characters that, like a species, I guess, of characters that was in Era 1 of the series. And I really like to see them because they are so interesting. And we had like a new character that, like, she's such an icon and I love her so much. And I also really like the main characters. I really like Wax, and I especially really like Wayne. He's so funny. So I also had a really good time with this one, and I also gave this one 4 stars. And that is what I've read. And like I was saying, this week has been chaotic. I think I probably mentioned that at the beginning of this video. Honestly, I don't remember. But this week I had classes, I had a presentation, I had to be at the biobank. Like yesterday especially was absolutely chaotic because I had to be at the biobank in the morning, and then in the afternoon, like I had to go with some other people to do something like about a study that we're performing in the lab, and like the person responsible for that study was not available in that moment, so we had to go and do that. And then after that I had classes, and that was until very late, and then I had to finish preparing the presentation for today, and also had to finish reading this book. So yeah, yesterday was a lot. I was absolutely exhausted, but today was definitely better because I just, you know, was working normally. And in the afternoon we had the group meeting, which was when I had my presentation, which went well, by the way. And yeah, that was, you know, a normal day. I had left work at a normal hour. So yeah, I just, you know, got home. I mean, actually I went grocery shopping and then came home, then ate, and now I'm here filming this video. And I mean, I also filmed the video for this. And yeah, I still need to edit that. And also I would like to start Bands of Mourning, which is the book that comes after this one. I would like to start it tonight. Like I would love to, but I don't know. It will depend on how tired I am and what time it is when I finish editing the video that I need to edit. But yeah, I'm excited for this because, I mean, I'm very invested in the overall story, but also the end of this one was very interesting. So I want to see where that goes. So yeah, very excited to get into this. Might start it tonight. I don't know if I will read anything else this week. Probably not, actually, because I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna have to read this weekend. I know that it won't be much. I don't know if I'll have any time to read, honestly. So yeah, I'll probably use like the time that I have to read this book. And tomorrow I do have classes. It's supposed to be only 2 hours, so that would be from 5 to 7. But I don't know, like the professor might, you know, extend it a bit, because yesterday was also supposed to be until 7 and we left after 7:30. So there is that possibility. But yeah, I think that's like everything that I had to update, because it has been a chaotic week, but nothing really, you know, interesting to tell in a video. So yeah, that's it. And I will probably talk to you over the weekend. I'm not entirely sure. It will depend if I do have like anything to update. And if not, I'll just talk to you on Monday to wrap up the vlog. Hello, it is Monday and I'm here to wrap up the vlog, and I did start Bands of Morning. I read a third of it last night, but before I got into that and before I talk about that, I actually read another book which was called Before He Vanished, and it was the third book in the Before series, which is kind of like mystery, thriller, sci-fi, I guess. And basically, I mean, in the first book, we were following like a whole different main character. But in the second book, we were following the same main character that we were following in this book. And I mean, both of those two characters, they can like travel back in time and they can, you know, witness things that are happening, like that have happened in the past, but they can't change what happened. They can only like, I mean, they can interact, but like it won't change what actually happened. And so the main character from the second book, she used that power to find her sister that had been taken before. And so she went back in time to try to figure out where her sister was and, you know, to try to find her and save her. And in this one, she sees that there is like a boy missing and she wants to use her powers to also help him. Since she helped her sister, you know, she can help other people now. And so she's looking for that boy, and we have obviously chapters in the past and chapters in the present. And we also have chapters from like the boy's point of view before he went missing. And I really like the chapters from the past, especially the ones following the boy. But the chapters in the present, I didn't really like, I didn't really care about. I didn't really love the way she was investigating. I really like the chapters of the past, but the ones from the present, they were just okay. And I ended up giving this 3.5 stars. So like I still enjoyed it, but I didn't like it as much as the first two. And then, like I said, I read a third of the Bands of Morning, which is up to page 143. And I'm really liking this one. We have had more connections to the era 1 of the series and also obviously the 2 previous books. And there is like a sort of artifact that might have been found that was from era 1, and that brings some new powers to like be possible. And yeah, I'm very excited. There has already been like a huge action fight scene that I loved, and yeah, I'm very excited. I'm invested. I'm really enjoying it. And that is pretty much it. And in terms of things other than reading that I didn't update during the weekend, because honestly I didn't have too much to say, was that I was moved out of my office, like to another office, because when I got there, I was supposed to be with the other PhD students, but there was no room for me because like this room was completely full. So I stayed in an office with another person that has like a co-supervisor, like the same co-supervisor as I do. So, you know, we were there, we were chilling, we were doing our thing. But then on Friday, I was moved into the room of the PhD students because like someone finished their PhD, so they left. So there was room, and yeah, I mean, I would rather not have been moved there because like I was with one person and now I'm like with 8 people, and that is a lot. Also, I'm sat like beside the phone, and I will have to answer the phone anytime someone calls that room, and that sounds like an absolute nightmare. But I mean, I do really like the people in that room. I just would rather not be around so many people. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll get used to it, I guess. I have 4 years to be there, so I better get used to it. And yeah, that's everything. So to wrap up what I read in this vlog, so I finished As Good as Dead. I read Before He Vanished. I finished Shadows of Self, and I read the first 143 pages of The Bands of Mourning, and that was 826 pages, which I am pretty happy with. And yeah, that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!